This video is designed to assist operations with using the Awesome platform to complete the self-assessment of a protected ag operation, your greenhouse. This video assumes that you've already logged into the Awesome system to create your username and password. It also assumes that you downloaded the PDF document titled Self-Assessment Guide Certificate of Excellence. This PDF document is designed to assist you in understanding what information you must provide and upload to the system to complete the self-assessment. This guide contains 3 sections. Section 1, Introduction, Section 2, Protocols, and Section 3, Using Awesome. Under Section 1, you'll see Self-Assessment Action Steps. Let's go there now. It's on page 4. This chart is intended to help you understand by protocol what you must do to complete the self-assessment. For example, Protocol A1 has 2 parts, A1A and A1B. This refers to the pesticide flow chart and the site diagram. In terms of steps to take, have there been any modifications since the last audit to the movement/use of pesticides from storage to application to waste management? If no changes have been made, in the comments section record no changes. Then score protocols A1A and A1B is not applicable. If changes have been made, add a comment about the changes and upload or attach a new flowchart diagram. For more information on each of the protocols listed in this chart, Section B, or Section 2, contains the full content about the protocol itself. That's how this manual is designed to be used in conjunction with using the Awesome system. Back to the Awesome system. Once you log into the Awesome system, navigate to Grower Audits. This will list any greenhouse that you're required to have an assessment done on this year. Let's click on the one selected. You are now in the main self-assessment audit page. This is where you can record information to complete the self-assessment. Let's review this screen. You have a line called PIS certification level. In your case, you did previously Certificate of Excellence. You're now doing a self-assessment to ensure you're still in compliance with the requirements of this code. Wherever you see a blue I, that means more information is available about that comment. There's one here, there's one here, and they're at the page. The next line is PIS WMA date. This is the Water Management Assessment date. This is the date of your last test or assessment. Maybe you did a dye test. So in this scenario here, the last dye test was done on the 31st of March 2024. This must be done every 6 years or redone if you've made changes to your chemigation system. And this refers back to Protocol C1, Water Management Assessment, and this was done by you previously to get the initial compliance certificate completed. The next main section are the protocols. You'll see here listed on the left side of the page all the protocols you must do a self-assessment on. These are the same ones you were assessed on previously when you did your first audit with an auditor. You'll also see here where it's blue, if you click on that, more information will show up about that protocol. This information is also the same you're going to see in the user guide. There's going to be a column for compliant. This is where you can actually score information. You can choose an option of yes, no, or not applicable. Yes is clicked off by you once you completed the comments or the attachments for that protocol. In some cases, you may score it as NA depending on the instructions you have in the user guide. The no is only used by the office, and it gets changed to a no upon review by the office for more information to be provided to satisfy the protocol. The next column is comments. This is where we actually add comments to the system for the office to review. And the last column is attachments. This is how you upload files to the Awesome system. So now let's basically do one of these as a demonstration of how the system works. Let's do protocol A1. A1 has two parts, the pesticide flowchart and the site diagram. Looking at the PDF document, which I read before, I'm going to assume in this scenario that no changes have taken place to our chemigation system in the last couple of years. So it reads here, if no changes have been made, in the comments section record no changes. Score protocols A1A and A1B as NA not applicable. Let's do that. So under the comments section, we'll record no changes made. Once you do a comment, you must always post the comment. It's now posted, as you can see here. And to keep the screen easier to read, you can just hide this. Once you do a comment, an asterisk appears. That shows the viewers that this box now has a comment in that field. Now that we've done that, as per the instructions here, we can score the protocol as NA. Once you score it, it changes blue. So A1A is now complete. A1B, site diagram, it's the same thing in this case. No changes made. I will post the comment. It's now posted. To make it easier to read, I'm just going to hide that and go to the scoring and now do it as NA. That one is now complete. Throughout the process of entering data, you should always on a regular basis submit changes. If you leave the screen and do not submit changes, they'll be lost. So I encourage you to submit changes often, and that way it scores it in the system. And those are now updated. Let's do a few more of these just to kind of get used to how the system works. Let's go down and do protocol, let's say A3. So in the user guide, A3, emergency equipment. It actually has part A, B, C, and D. There's various sections to this. Under A3A, we're looking for an inventory list. It's just a list, which is posted. Under B, we're looking for the presence of a first aid kit and an eye wash station. Under C, we're looking for a spill kit. And under D, we're looking for PPE. So looking at the user guide, the instructions are review the inventory list of emergency equipment. Confirm all required equipment is in place. The instructions are upload attached pictures of emergency equipment lists to A3A. So looking for a copy of the list. So let's do that. Under A3A, we're going to say C attached list. We're going to post the comment. I'm just going to hide that for convenience sake. It's now there. And the attachments. So I have on my desktop a copy of the inventory list all ready to go. So I'm going to attach the file. So I'm going to find the file first. So in my case is on my desktop, sample uploads, A3 ER equipment list. I'll upload that. It shows up here. I'll then start. It's now there. It has been done. And an asterisk now appears. So I can mark this now as compliant. It's a yes. Same thing for spill kit. for the spill kit, or sorry, emergency A3B equipment, I'm going to go and say see attached list. And in this scenario, say attached picture, this picture also does A3C and A3D. Because in my case, one picture shows everything in one picture. I want to do it once versus 3 or 4 times. So I'm going to post that. I'm going to hide that. And I'm going to now go to the attachments and find the attachment for that. And in my case, the attachment's right here. This contains pictures, enough pictures that shows all of A3 is compliant. I'll upload that. I will start that. It now shows it's been done. I will hide that. There's an asterisk there. I'll now mark this as yes. A3C spill kit. The comment I'm going to have here is see picture under A3B. I will post that. I'll hide that and mark it compliant. And the same would take place for A3D. The comment will be see picture under A3B. I'm going to post that. I will hide that and mark it as yes. Now, I'm just going to save these so I don't lose the information. And it's now been updated as well. So that's how this system works for each protocol. You can kind of come and go as you want. And if you leave the system, make sure you always submit changes. When you come back in tomorrow, for example, it's ready to go. But you must always submit changes or else you'll lose the information that takes place. Once you've scored them all, and they've all turned blue, the button called Make Audit Ready is going to turn green. That means you've done the full assessment. When that's been done and it turns green, you can push that button. Once you push that button, the office gets a notification saying audit ready to be reviewed. So in the office, we're going to review the audit. If everything is fine, you'll receive a certificate by email shortly after it's been submitted. If during the review process we find that something is missing, we'll return the audit back to you by email. It comes back to you, log in, and anything marked as a no requires more information to complete the audit. Once you finish all the no's, make it ready again, it turns green, submit it one more time, we can then finalize the audit process for you. This is how the awesome system works. That's the end of this video.